I think it's a load of cock.
Well, it was 3 years of misery. Rice and salt twice a week. Because you got to eat beans every day. We really tried.
Be prepared to move to Cyprus.
I really like you. I'll just go.
My whole life, waiting for the right time to tell you how I feel.
I saw your interviews on all the festivals you played. First of all, how was it to play the festivals? Because your music wasn't really out there, and it must be really hard to conquer a crowd of 50,000.
It is a challenge, but it's been a total victory of a summer, really. We had so many great gigs, and I think we won a lot of new fans in England as well, which was really good. And we just had an amazing time. It's great fun doing festivals.
When you're in a band and you start off, do you have any ideas and expectations of how press works and what you're confronted with?
All the time, but then you just end up answering the same questions over and over again. So it's quite useful because if you've got a hangover, you can just go on autopilot and just answer the same thing. But luckily, you've asked us questions we've never been asked before, so that's good.
Thank you very much. You guys will be back soon if you fly back to Manchester. You will be playing clubs here. You will be playing Paradiso soon in October. Is that a European tour that you're doing now?
Yeah, we're doing a full European tour, a world tour of Europe, and I'm really excited about coming back here because I've heard lots about the venue being incredible.
Yeah.
So it should be a privilege. It's gonna be great.
When you write those songs, for instance, when you write Better Than Love or Wonderful Life, do you guys realize you have something really good there, that you wrote a hit?
You lose all perspective very quickly when you make music. You never know. I remember Wonderful Life, once we finished it, I just went, yeah, it's all right. It's really funny.
But you've got, at the same time though, you've got to believe in them. Like we've chosen them for the record, so we know we believe in them in what they satisfy us, and that's the most important thing.
I think what I mean is that Wonderful Life, I never thought we'd end up going to Greece and playing it in front of 11,000 people. It's quite surprising.
It must be weird when you release that record, when you release those 70s, or you don't release 70s anymore, but if you release that single, and you suddenly hear it all over the place. You hear it in cab, you hear it in cafes, you hear it. Yeah. That must be really weird to hear your own music all over the place, right?
It's crazy, especially when you remember where you wrote the song, in a apartment in Manchester in the rain, in the winter, and you sit there and you go, wow, and it never gets tiring because hearing it in different environments is always exciting. Even if you're hearing it in a supermarket, it's interesting because that's how you normally hear music, and hearing it on the radio never gets boring.
Boy, try to tell you that I need you. Here I am without you. I feel so lost, but what can I do? Because I know this love seems real, but I don't know how to feel.
Is it easy for you guys to write music? Do you write a lot? I mean, did you wrote 40 songs and just skip 30 to get these?
It's not like that at all. We've probably wrote 20 for the album, and there's a few have been B-sides and there's a few left on the table, but we're not prolific, but we work very hard on the ones that we think are good.
Hey, you also contributed to an audio book that you can listen to on Spotify. How did that come around?
Well, we have a novelist friend called Joe Stretch. He's a very talented writer from Manchester, and we wanted to create a way of allowing fans to kind of delve a bit deeper into our music, and it's a world of discovery, the Spotify novel.
But how do you write music to a book? I mean,
Well, the book was written to the music.
really?
Yeah, it was, and it all leads to songs off the album. But it's quite a surreal story. It's about a doctor and about heartbreak, and it's an adventure.
How can anyone listen to that? Just become a member of Spotify, log in.
Type in A4M5 on Spotify, and that's the first chapter, and it goes from there.
Do you guys have any plans on making music to film, or
Yeah, definitely. It's on the list.
do you get approached by people?
Not yet,
But hopefully we will do.
It'd be a dream because when we write music, it's very visual and it's very cinematic. So it would be an amazing opportunity, I think.
Where do you think this record will go? Because I rank it amongst, well, one of the biggest definitely this year.
Wow. I mean, honestly, you don't even know what tomorrow's going to bring. Now it's out. It's only been out a week, or just over a week, and it's we never thought it would. We never thought we'd get out. People in London would hear the record, let alone people around the world. So you can never predict it, but wherever it takes us, we'll go. First country that gives us a #1 record, we'll move there forever. Honestly, we said that, and we talked about it last night whether it would just be a very funny thing to do, wherever it was.
Be prepared to move to Cyprus.
Yeah, I'm up for it. Maybe we'll go to Latvia and get a castle, and we'll just go crazy for a few years.
The closest, there's been a lot of close calls. Switzerland was close, #2. Germany #2. Denmark #2.
Not #1 yet.
Not #1 yet. Finland #2. So we're very close.
It was the fastest selling in Great Britain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's good.
It's fantastic.
It's crazy.
What more do you need?
Well, maybe conquer the States. You have any plans?
Conquer the States. Yeah. Let's do.
Take the Union Jack over to the States and try.
Of course, it's really hard.
But it's part of the challenge. Because if you say it's hard, we're gonna go. We'll try and do it.
Do it for me. Please do it for me.
When you know it's difficult, it's more exciting.
Prove my point that this is the best record, the best pop record this year and probably next year as well. And conquer the States for me then, please.
I really like you.
You're awesome too, man.
Cheers.
I'll just go.
We say goodbye in the pouring rain, and I break down as you walk away. For my life I felt this pain, but I could never find the words to say.